Hello, I'm RJ City, and you are listening to the MonsterCast. You're going to talk about Bela Lugosi. They're going to talk about Lon Chaney Jr. He'd be so sad holding his hat saying, please put me in this room and don't unlock the door. And you can't do any better than the Dahl brothers. Jack and Ryan, they're brothers, but they're also bros. What? Pardon? Wrestling. Well, who the hell wants to talk about wrestling? These are horror movies. It's a deep genre. It's a smart genre. Fantastic actors. Fantastic cinematography. Wrestling is just sweating and fireworks and bouncy ropes. There's nothing to how do you talk about that every week? All right. Let's see them try. Take it away, you crazy dolls.
Jesus fuck. Fuck my fucking ass. What the fuck? Please shut up.
No. Look, Master Watto is a
shut
champion.
up.
You're gonna put some
Stop
respect on his
fucking
name
saying
now.
Master Watto on this fucking show.
IWGP Junior Heavyweight Co-Champion.
What's up, you guys? Sean Rossap of Fightful here. You're watching the MonsterCast with Jack and Ryan. A big shout out to those fellas. Good people. Check them out.
Oh my god, what is this?
It
Who
looks
is
like a
making
TV.
the New Japan titles? They need to stop making
It's like
titles.
a TV, bro. They took it too literally. That's the problem.
They should have just turned it into a TV. I would have been more
know.
impressed.
That would have been cooler.
Put some
Make
antennas
it-
on the top.
No, just make it like a digital title. Like you could display whatever you want on the
Oh,
digital.
like an
title.
LCD screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then have
That'd be
the
sick as
picture
fuck.
of the person that's the champ. That'd be so good.
Fuck.
That'd be worth it.
Wrestling podcast. How fucking original.
Jake and Brian, Brandon Cutler here from AEW, and I hope you guys have an awesome podcast with the MonsterCast. What was that? Your name is Jack and Ryan? Shut up, Jack and Ryan.
Tell me who you would sign first.
Hiroshi Tanahashi.
No, not overall, genius. Between the two goddamn examples I'm about to give you.
Master Watto.
Killer Cross or Dominic Dijakovic, who are you signing first?
Killer Cross. 100%.
What the fuck?
Absolutely.
Wrong! That
No,
answer is
I would.
wrong.
I would.
Oh
Killer
my god.
You don't know shit! Your opinions suck!
I guess I mean, you're welcome.
Fuck,
See,
I'll boo it.
I don't think I've ever said boo.
I will.
That's so stupid.
I'll do it. Boo! You can't. Don't actually say the word because that's why it sounds weird. You gotta. It's like more like a note. Boo! You don't fucking actually say boo. Boo! 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 You don't turn it into a fucking chant. You actually have to.
I will. I'm gonna do that at Forbidden Door.
Just start a boo chant. Boo! 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 Boo!
Here's your host of the MonsterCast, the Straight Edge Monster Jack and Ryan.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the MonsterCast Prediction Sure to Be Wrong. This is the Forbidden Door 3 edition, and we've got, I got 10 matches to go through, and we're expecting more to be announced, obviously, on Saturday, as well, and then maybe some, like, updates to certain teams, and obviously the TNT ladder match possibly as well. We'll see how it all plays out. But we're going to go ahead and predict what has been announced thus far officially. So, I'm going to start at the bottom right here. And we've got the pre-show, obviously. 0 Hour is going to have Willow Nightingale and Tam Nakano against Chris Statlander and Momo. And you know what? This match is... there's a lot of these matches, by the way. I'm not betting on any of these matches, just so everybody is clear. There's a lot of these matches that I'm just like, I do not feel confident in winning $1 on, even if it is huge odds. Which is a good thing when you go into a pay-per-view, I guess, as a fan, because, you know, I don't really want to know what's going to happen every single fucking time either. Oh my god, just the first match, the 0 Hour match. Fucking, we're probably not going to do confidence picks on this, by the way, because you said you got a meeting soon. So Ryan's also obviously going to the show. He'll be there live. So we won't do confidence picks on this one. But fuck.
We could always submit them
There's,
after.
there's only one. By the way, there's only 1 point or 1 match, 1 win loss separating us right now. So this is probably gonna. I don't even know the fucking 0 hour, bro. Like I'm leaning towards Willow and Tam just because of Tam standing in Stardom. But I don't think it's very smart to have Statlander already lose to Willow after turning heel either. So it's very confusing. Like I think I'm just gonna go Willow just to play it safe because of Tam Nakano's placement. But yeah, I'm not even very confident in that, honestly.
Yeah, that is tough because I don't see her taking a pin either from Chris. She might take one from Momo to set up something to Stardom. That would kind of make sense. They don't usually open the 0 hours with heel wins though.
I
It doesn't
assume that they're
happen
gonna have at least
much.
one more 0 hour match too. And that would obviously sway my pick if I knew what the hell that was gonna be. Because if it was gonna be a clear face win, then they could just end with that or whatever
Yeah.
before they go into the pay-per-view. But yeah, I agree.
Fuck. Yeah, I'll go Willow on this too because I could see a situation where Momo takes the pin, and then it doesn't really hurt the Statlander Willow stuff that much, and you can go for it off of that with Statlander being like, "Oh, well, you didn't beat me. You fucking pin my teammate or whatever." So.
MJF versus Hechicero. Now, this is probably the easiest one for me. Like, if I was doing confidence picks, I believe this would be my 10 or 11 or whatever the match is going to be. MJF is definitely winning this all day. But I'd probably have to bet $100 to win one. So MJF for me on this. I assume you as well.
Yeah, MJF is definitely one of this. They did give Hechicero a win over Zack Sabre Jr. and
You have to. You got to make him look strong going into the pay-per-view, obviously.
Yeah. But it's just interesting because Zack Sabre Jr. is also on the same fucking pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And yeah. But yeah, I've also got MJF.
Next
I think
easy
it would
for
be
me.
cool if Hechicero won.
Yeah, I mean Hechicero. I mean, he's one of the few CMLL guys that has come over so far that I actually enjoy watching.
He stands out,
but he's also been given time too. So you know, I do like Rugido's or Rugrito. His mask is sick as hell. The fur mask or whatever. He's pretty sweet. Anyway, this next one is pretty easy for me as well. If I had to bet, I'd probably bet on this one. Trios match. I do believe the Elite is obviously going to beat the Acclaimed and Tanahashi. There's 2 people easily on the other team that can take the pin. That won't be Tanahashi. Or Okada could just go over Tanahashi and really fucking, you know.
No, that's how I thought it was going to go.
Yeah, you think Okada's going to pin
either
Tanahashi?
the Acclaimed were, yeah. Because then Tanahashi goes back home and isn't really hurt by it.
Yeah,
he's lost.
He's the president. He can take every loss from here on out and be fine.
Yeah.
He's in legend status, obviously.
When he came out, I was like, oh, cool! I get to see like an Okada Tanahashi match, kind of.
I mean, that's pretty cool because you're all gonna go fucking nuts when they're in the ring by themselves. So maybe even to start the match, who knows? We'll see. But yeah, that'll be sweet. All right, the TNT ladder match. I'm gonna go Jack Perry here just because of how everything's shaking out. Also, I mean, I do want him to win. But Takeshita is the only one that I really like. Takeshita could win it for sure.
I've got Takeshita. I thought that one was kind of obvious because I think the Jack Perry thing would be a little too on the nose right now. I don't know. I could see them also doing the like belt everybody up shit.
I mean, Takeshita. The reason I'm leaning towards Takeshita as well. I mean, I'm picking Jack Perry here, but Takeshita obviously being the only other person in the match that has a fucking shot at it, is because if Ospreay and Don Callis do split after this match with Swerve, you're going to need somebody to carry on the stable, and having a title on that person, on your main person, especially with Hobbs out, definitely helps the credibility of that stable. So, I mean, the Ring of Honor TV champion, Kyle Fletcher, ain't going to be doing it for you if you're supposed to be having the best talent in the organization or the entire wrestling world. So, Takeshita being the TNT champion could definitely help that.
The reason I was leaning toward Takeshita was pretty much that same thing, but I will say that there's a good argument for Perry too, because they could very easily do the Young Bucks come out and push people off the ladder spot that he did to get them the tag team belt, and just replay that, and then everybody gets a belt, and they've all like.
Yeah, that all depends on match order, obviously. All right. Next up, we've got Orange Cassidy and Zack Sabre Jr. I'm gonna go Zack Sabre Jr. against all better judgment, just because Orange Cassidy has won like every goddamn pay-per-view match except for against Moxley, and he shouldn't. I don't think he should have beat Trent either.
He didn't beat Osprey.
He lost to Moxley on one of them. Yes, he did.
I said Osprey. First for
Oh, he lost to Osprey. Yeah, well, first Forbidden Door, really. That was 2 years ago, bro. Like before he went on his crazy ass run. I'm gonna go Zack Sabre Jr. here. I don't believe that we go through the entire Forbidden Door pay-per-view and no New Japan guys get a victory over the AEW guys. And with Trent, build the fucking storyline. Can we get Trent out there and help out fucking Zack Sabre Jr. or something so we can continue that storyline instead of just dropping it all together? Like, I feel like doing all that work for Trent to turn heel and then we're doing nothing with him except for he's just standing in backstage segments with fucking Don Callis isn't really furthering anything. Let's get his ass out there and cost Orange Cassidy this match so we can move forward.
They put him in a suit.
Yeah, they sure did. A suit that he couldn't even pull the sleeves up on because it was too fucking so goddamn tight. But yeah, I'm gonna go Zack Sabre Jr. here.
Yeah. Fuck. That's tough because they did just have Zack Sabre Jr. lose to Hechicero in CMLL. Cassie's been on kind of a tear. I could see the Trent angle, but I don't know how many of these matches you want to fuck up with fuck finishes.
Also, they're not very well known for having the Forbidden Door AEW New Japan thing not be part of the rest of AEW. It's usually its own vacuum thing, and then we just move on in AEW storyline. So it's not really a lot of connectivity, which is what it's supposed to be, by the way, for the people that are bitching about storylines and shit that have to do with actual AEW stuff. But I do believe this is the one instance where it would make sense.
I did like on Dynamite, Cassie was watching the Zack Sabre Jr. Kyle O'Reilly match, and he kept asking Taz, "Oh, how do I get out of that?" For fucking arm bars and different holds and stuff. Yeah, I'm actually leaning towards Zack too. Nah, fuck it. I'm gonna go Orange Cassidy, I think. Just because I understand the Trent thing, but they don't really do a lot of interference stuff on Forbidden Doors usually either. They did with the Don Callis shit with Osprey and Omega, obviously, but other than that, it doesn't really happen that much.
All right, Ryan's gonna go Orange Cassidy. Okay, next up, we've entered the women title portion of the show. Toni Storm is defending the AEW Women's World Title against Mina Shirakawa. Of course, Mariah May in the middle of all that, and also in the middle of the Owen Cup as well. I feel like this one's pretty easy. I'm going to go Toni Storm.
Yeah, I'm also picking Toni Storm. I don't
so there are a few that I would bet money on if they would let me, I guess, because those are the three that I said. MJF, the Elite, and Tony, I believe, are pretty fucking locks. Pretty big locks.
Mercedes, too. I mean, that's...
Yeah, Mercedes could be, unless she breaks her ankle again.
Okay. Well, she ain't fucking...
You think she plays that as an angle? Like, she acts like she did it and then kind of
roll up?
Kind of a heel move type? I mean, not to win, but, you know. I mean, she could try to roll up, but but Stephanie could kick out, obviously.
Who did that shit really well that once? Billy Starks?
Yeah.
Where everybody fucking believed her. I didn't.
Really well.
Really well
for the people that were there live, yeah, sure.
The acting part, not the... I never thought she was fucking injured, but, you know. Yeah, I'm going Storm too, and then
so we're both going Mercedes then as well.
Mercedes, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I mean...
Which sucks, because I think Stephanie Flair is great.
Yeah, but
and she just got it.
But Stephanie's not going to win the fucking AEW title,
TBS
so
title,
they kind of gave it away, like we always talk about. But Stephanie also losing a New Japan title isn't a big deal either because you're a CMLL wrestler primarily. So I don't hate it as much as you did when they announced it.
Yeah.
But like I would hate it more if it was like a actual New Japan or Stardom woman that won it when she won it and then immediately turns around and drop it to Mercedes, because I mean that would be consistent with how I felt about Willow dropping it right to Mercedes anyway. So
and I'm not the biggest fan of Monet. I think
you think the Stephanie Lady Frost match is going to slap on Collision?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah,
I think it should be good.
but do you think it would be better than Mercedes and Stephanie, or do you think it won't be better just based off of how much time they're given alone?
It'll that, and then also they'll
Because they
probably
always let Lady
tell.
Frost get her shit in, though.
Yeah, but they're gonna tell her not to get too much shit in because she's got a
Don't get too much.
Stephanie's
shit
got
in.
a fucking pay-per-view match coming up.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want to accidentally fuck up. Yeah, I mean, not that she would, but I'm just saying, like, you never know what could happen.
That, and you don't want to make her look like she's not gonna be a challenger to Monet either.
Yeah,
You
I
gotta
can
make
see
her look
that.
pretty
But I
strong.
mean, putting her against Lady Frost, I mean, like, who a lot of people want push right now.
I want her.
And I was
fucking
ahead of the
signed and
curve,
pushed, yeah.
by the way, just so everybody knows.
I think we've both talked good about.
Yeah,
Lady
no,
Frost.
I posted the clip.
Yeah.
But then of course, like a couple weeks later, she came out with that backstage segment, like the exclusive or whatever that they posted online, and everybody lost their shit. And I was like, dude, we've been saying it. Push Lady Frost. All right. So we both got Tony and both got Mercedes. All right, so we got Danielson versus Shingo. I know you want Shingo to win. I know you do, but Danielson's winning this match.
But Danielson's winning. Yeah, I know. Yep.
Danielson's winning for sure. Especially, I mean, that the promo he gave alone before the Owen Cup even happened, saying that this is his one chance to get to Wembley or whatever. Like he might win the whole fucking thing, honestly.
Yeah, but what about Jeff Jarrett?
Well, we'll see. We'll see, guy. Jeff Jarrett versus Danielson would be a fucking awesome final, honestly. All right.
Yeah, I don't know if Jarrett's getting there, but we'll
you
see.
don't think so? I think it would be cool.
No, I think it'd be a good match. I just
okay.
don't know that Jarrett is getting there.
Yeah, we still have no idea who the fuck the wild card is. Are we not going to find out who the wild card is until after Forbidden Door?
Isn't it? Don't we find out Saturday? I could be wrong.
Are we supposed to find out Saturday for real?
I don't know.
That would make sense because the other two matches have already happened, and then this would be the fourth if we had a match on Collision with Jeff Jarrett in. But they're not in Canada though, are they? I thought the whole thing was supposed to take. Well, no, I guess not. Just the finals, right?
The finals are in
Okay,
Calgary.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe. Well, that would suck if he loses to the wild card and we don't even get to Calgary.
Yeah, I think he should at least. I don't know how. I don't know what kind of fucking weird finishes they have to do it, especially considering who's in the tournament. But
I think
he should at least
three. You got 4 outside interference people you could use. Just do it. Who gives a shit?
I think the problem with it is not everybody watched that 9-minute promo. Not everybody even saw the minute and a half one that they did put on. I think it was Collision. So if you do have him win, I don't know that the crowd is going to be as behind it as people who saw that promo are. So you're just gonna have a lot of very confused people. Like, why the fuck is Jeff Jarrett winning?
There's not a lot of anti-AEW people in the crowds at AEW. Is the best way I can put it. Like, I don't give a fuck what people online say because they don't understand. It's the same concept as why I took Taz aside in the whole Jordan Grace trademark situation that was happening on Twitter. There's a lot of those fans out there that don't even know Taz wrestled. We just made a joke about somebody saying they didn't know Wade Barrett was a wrestler.
Yeah.
On the last show. So him coming out and saying what he said, I have zero issue with. So, because there's a lot of people that would think, oh yeah, because it's, first of all, if we were doing a Mount Rushmore of most badass catchphrases in wrestling history, that's on mine. His is.
He does legitimately have it trademarked.
Yeah. And it wasn't I don't think he was an asshole about it either, by the way.
I will say this, and I understand his point of view because from his point of view, he feels like throughout his career, people have jacked his shit. And that's kind of true. I know that there was a whole thing with him and The Rock where he had a segment on his radio show at the time, because that's what he was doing, where he would have fans call in and give a promo for a minute or whatever. And then I don't remember if they would win something or whatever. But WWE then had The Rock do that same shit for WWE, at the same time that Taz was doing it. And that was the whole thing. And then also the way that Lesnar was presented and packaged and whatever was kind of, you could say that it was a derivative of Taz's gimmick at the time.
Yeah, and
now
because he was put with Heyman too, Heyman knew exactly the way to go with it because he did it with Taz in ECW.
I think if Heyman wasn't attached to it, it'd be harder to make the argument. But it's you kind of know what you were doing. Let's be real.
The only good thing about that was Taz was obviously a better talker than Lesnar. Taz could talk.
Yeah, but Lesnar.
But Taz didn't talk
bigger,
a lot at first when he was in ECW. He didn't talk a lot.
Yeah, but Lesnar is also a lot bigger, so it was kind of it kind of makes more sense for his physique and everything. But no, I understand kind of where Taz is coming from. Now, when he gets mad about people wearing orange,
That's funny.
different.
He's obviously joking. That's funny though. It's funny. When he said when he talked about the towel on Dynamite, that was funny. He was talking about the towel
Yeah.
over the head, or he's
Suzuki?
like, "Hey, you know I like trademarking stuff. You know
Yeah.
I like trademarks. You know how I am about my trademarks." That shit was funny. But no, I'm totally on his side on that. Not that Jordan Grace technically did anything wrong, but she
No, I don't
definitely
think she
could
did
have
anything wrong
tagged. She
either.
could have tagged him though. I will say that, or at least put the hyphen Taz at the end. You don't even have to tag him. Just let people know that's his quote. Don't go Michael Scott out there and be like, you miss 100% of the shots
Jordan
you don't
Grace,
take.
Taz.
Michael Jordan, and then put Michael Scott underneath. Like that's pretty much what's going on there. Like there's a lot of Jordan Grace fans out there that don't even know Taz was a wrestler, like, or maybe not even know who Taz is. There's a lot of young people out there, wrestling wise. So I don't.
And
have a problem with-
I don't think she did anything wrong either.
No,
but
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, but I
It's
definitely
just
am.
one of those weird
If
things.
I'm splitting hairs, I'm on Taz's side for sure. All right,
Yeah.
final two matches, big matches, the big
How
titles
the
on
fuck
the
did we get on
line.
that?
We got Naito versus Moxley, and Naito has said that if he loses, Moxley can take his spot in the G1 as
I don't think
champion.
Moxley's the G1.
What
Unless
if Moxley
Naito's
wins and is
fucking-
like, nah, I'm good, and then we'll have like the first G1 in a long time where the champion isn't in G1. He's like, nah, fuck that.
So
Shit.
there's two things I was thinking about this. What if Naito has like not a major injury, like where he can't get cleared, but like a minor injury, where they're now realizing, fuck, he can't do the G1.
Oh, and that's why. Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying. Like this is a precursor. Be like, okay, we've already announced you for the tournament, but because you were supposed to win this, but you probably can't get through the G1 and be
So let's
champion
have
because of
Moxley
the
do it,
injury.
yeah.
So we're just gonna let Moxley win and then take your spot because it'll make sense storyline wise. I could see that happening, but I'm still picking Naito.
I don't see any other reason for them to announce that stipulation otherwise.
Well, I do think that it helps in the eyes of Japanese wrestlers who are probably sitting there like, well, what the fuck happens if Moxley wins against Naito? We're not going to have the champion in the G1 because that's been a common thing.
Kind of. The champion hasn't always been in the G1.
I agree, and I said that I actually don't think that the champion should be in the G1, but I got pushback on that.
Just because
so.
it sets up more title matches later when they lose.
Correct. Just because they don't have a weekly show, yes, I agree with you. So because they could lose to like 3 different people in the G1 and then have matches against them throughout the next few months.
Right. Also, I don't think you should have a G1 without Toru Yano, but that's a whole other conversation.
Okay, so are you going to go Moxley then?
Fuck, that's tough because I don't know who the fuck is calling me. That is That is like there's too many AEW guys winning already. And then to have
based on your picks, yes.
Your own belt.
Based on your picks, yes, there's too many AEW
yours
guys.
Too.
I got Zack Sabre Jr. beating Orange Cassidy.
That's the only one. That is tough.
Well, there's no way Shingo's beating Danielson.
I don't see any way or any reason that they would have announced that stipulation. Unless it was going to happen. You could have just never said that. I don't know. That's weird. That's the only thing that's making me lean like, maybe something else is going on. And maybe New Japan is like, maybe that's what they want. Maybe they want Moxley over there to bring more American eyes on it. And you know Moxley's not going to say no.
So you're going to go, who are you going with then? You going Moxley or Naito?
That's tough. Last
time you went against Moxley, you lost. Just so you know. You picked Takeshita. You picked Takeshita against Moxley, and you fucked that up.
You
got me back in the game.
I never. That was always like an 80-20 thing too, where I thought pretty sure Moxley was gonna win. I just didn't want us all to pick the same shit. Fuck. I think I'm gonna go Moxley on this. I'm not super confident in this at all.
Really, you are gonna go Mox?
I just think them announcing that stipulation is weird. Yeah, look, he's carried the company on his back enough times where I can forgive him.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that brings us to our last match, which is probably the hardest match.
Okay.
Which is probably the hardest match to pick here.
No, it's not.
You don't think so?
Swerve's winning.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
You think it's a Don Callis turn?
No, I think the story is that Strickland is willing to do shit that Osprey's not. They've been telling it the whole time.
Yeah, because
Osprey's never
he's going to go
willing
for
to
that
pull the fucking
91 or
trigger.
whatever, the driver 91, and not
I
do it
think
again.
I think Strickland's gonna hit him with the fucking Tiger Driver 91.
Ooh, that'd be sick. That'd be sick. So no dancing in this match then, huh?
No bullshit.
No bullshit.
I think they might. You know what? They might do it as a little callback for like 2 seconds, and then, but no, like the way that the story that they've been telling.
Well, that's
especially
that's the
with
story
last they
because
added,
Osprey's not taking him seriously and joking around and shit, and Swerve
and
is not having it.
already offering fucking title matches for a title he doesn't have yet. He's like he's
Biting off more than he can chew, basically. Yes.
right, biting off more than he can chew, and then not having that fucking like killer drive to finish shit. Playing around, fucking grabbing belts, get kicked in the head. No, Strickland's winning this, I think.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
mean,
have
I'm
said
going,
that 2 weeks ago, but I'm picking Strickland this time.
I'm going Swerve too, man. But like, what the fuck is it going to be? Danielson versus Swerve at Forbidden? I mean, at All In.
I mean, it's not like Osprey won't still be there. He's still got another fucking belt.
Yeah, I know. I know that. I'm talking about for the main event. Swerve versus
Uh,
Danielson for the main event at All In. Like, are they gonna really
No, it's
put
gonna
him
be Swerve
over
versus-
to that extent? Like, Wrestle Dream is in October, so this would have to happen before that. Obviously.
Well, Strickland doesn't necessarily need to have the belt all the way through All In either, just because he wins
Who's
here.
he losing it to? They don't have a pay per view in July. So
I mean,
it
they've
literally
got
goes to All In August.
Beach Break and other shit. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Strickland versus Jarrett's gonna slap though. In front of that Wembley
look at
crowd.
Jarrett. That'd be sick.
Shit. Yeah, no, I gotta go Strickland. I don't know what they do from there. I know it makes more sense considering All In to pick Osprey, but the way that this story has been being told, Strickland just makes more sense. And they don't need to make a double champ out of the fucking the AEW and the international or whatever. So
Yeah, with how many belts they have, don't be shocked if we see more double champs just so they have less title programs to book. Especially if he does bring in women's tag titles and intergender tag titles. Okay, so you're going Mox. Let me write that down. I had Konami in my hand. All right, Ryan, and then I'm going Swerve as well, but that's more just because I think Don is going to have something to do with it, and I also believe, like, not necessarily cause him the match, as in like a full turn, but more like oh, you need to use the 91, like he was doing last time. Use the 91, and he refuses, and he ends up losing it, and then maybe Don Callis turns on him after that. Not specifically like getting involved hands-on, but causing the distraction type deal because you keep fucking with them.
And turning because he wasn't listening.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Or even, he might not even turn then, he might just wait till Dynamite and then officially turn with, like, Takeshita attacks him and Fletcher and Trent or whoever. Or maybe just Trent and Takeshita and then Fletcher tries to, Fletcher's like, nah, and then they fuck him up too. I could see that too. And then maybe Trent takes the title off of Fletcher in a future Ring of Honor pay-per-view match. And then you can get the Aussie Open back together because maybe Kyle Davis is back soon. Something like that. Or Mark Davis. I keep saying Kyle Davis, my bad. I said that shit last time too. I keep combining the two. The two together. But yeah. So Swerve. All right. So we are picking both, different, both, or no, different, both. So 1, 2, 3, 4 different. 3 different. My bad. 3 different. I wrote some of them out like we were doing confidence picks for some reason, so I had Jack and Ryan, even though we both picked the same thing. All right, so you got Takeshita, I've got Jack Perry, you've got OC, I've got Zack Sabre Jr., you got Mox, I've got Naito. Everything else is the same. There are predictions sure to be wrong.
Those are not good ones to be different on because I don't think I'm.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, those are like legit, like toss-up ones. I think all 3 of those.
I think Mox is
what's
pretty unlikely.
Yeah, just because of what's. I mean, you can lean one side or the other, but it's more like 60-40, 65-35. It's not like 90-10, 80-20.
It's
like
not
they're
MJF
a lot
Hechicero.
closer. Yeah, exactly. They're a lot closer.
Oh, they could have MJF fuck with the Strickland match too.
Yes, because
that man
of Ospreay.
was not
yes,
happy.
Correct.
Last night.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. But do they turn him heel though? Because Ospreay's not going to be heel.
It kind of needs to be.
But then, I mean, Cole's got to come back with the Undisputed Kingdom at some point. You're going to turn him heel just so he can go right back face? Because that shit's not really over.
Cole's going to be faced.
You think Cole's going to be the face?
Yes, and he's going to be able to say, look, I told you motherfuckers all along what kind of person this guy was. Look at his whole history. I'm the bad guy for fucking having a plan for
No,
it.
I agree.
and
Like,
turning
that
him
was...
first.
If they play that whole thing when he goes all the way back with Roderick Strong, that's
Yeah.
fine. But Roderick Strong has been definitely a heel since Adam Cole left, though.
Kind of a tweener.
No, not what? The motherfucker cheated
He
in
was
all
still-
his matches.
But he was still out there to support his friend.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He was,
Last
he was
night.
cheating in every match. Dude. Oh, shit. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they play that then. All right.
That doesn't make him a heel.
Those are the predictions.
Eddie Guerrero cheated in every fucking match, and he was a face.
He didn't, but he didn't. It wasn't the
Yeah.
same cheating. It wasn't the same cheating. Throwing a chair at somebody and then laying down is not the same as literally hitting someone with a chair.
It's all dishonorable, but it's okay.
It's not the same. All right.
Mm.
We're getting out of here. Those are our predictions. Sure to be wrong for WWE AEW Forbidden Door 3. Ryan will be there live. I'll be watching on pay-per-view. Let us know your predictions in the comments below here on YouTube. Hope you
I'm
have a
technically
great
on
rest
the
of
hard
your...
camera too.
Do what?
I should be technically on the hard camera too.
Yeah? Okay, I'll look for you.
Over to the right
Look
and up.
look out for our review coming soon as well. I don't know when we'll do it, but obviously we'll have a review for this show. And hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the pay-per-view. We'll see you guys next time. Deuces.